If you're moving to Las Vegas or thinking about moving to Las Vegas and you want to find a budget-friendly home that is a little farther out of the way from the hustle and bustle of the Las Vegas area, then you've come to the right place. In this video, I'm going to be going over the city of North Las Vegas, which is what I consider to be the hidden gem of the Las Vegas metro area. I've lived here for years. My wife has lived here for years. We absolutely love it. It's where we're raising our family. It's a budget-friendly, quiet alternative to the city of North Las Vegas. So stay tuned and check out some more of this video. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for tuning in again for another video from Living in Las Vegas. In this video, we're going to be going over everything there's to know about the city of North Las Vegas, which is where I live. My wife and I have lived here for years. Now we have a couple of kids. We still live here. We love it. It's been a safe, budget-friendly, awesome place to live for the past few years, and it still is. North Las Vegas can get a bad rap, but I do not think that is deserved. I think North Las Vegas is an absolute hidden gem, and in this video, I'm going to be diving in deep to all the different neighborhoods, the goods, the bads, our experience here, the experience of some other people we know, and let's jump down to my computer so we can get started. Guys, before we do start, please hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that notification bell so you get notified every time I put out a new video, because I hate for you to miss anything. And with that, let's get into North Las Vegas. All right, guys, here we go. About to dive into the North Las Vegas area. As I said in the intro, this video is going to be all about the city of North Las Vegas, which is a separate city from Las Vegas. It's not just the northern part of the city of Las Vegas. It's actually its own separate city. Not many people know that who are moving here, and it gets a bad rap just because, you know, it gets bad rap in the news for all sorts of reasons, but I really don't think it's nearly as bad as people say it is. I've lived here for years with my family. We even have a couple kids here, and I know other people who raise their kids here, go to school here, all that sort of stuff. It's an awesome place to live. We've never had any problems at all. And check out my screen right now. So I'm on Google Maps, and you can see the outline of North Las Vegas. So you can see here it's right up to next to Nellis Air Force Base. So we do get quite a few military families living in the area, so they can be close to work. Of course, you don't have to live in North Las Vegas, but if you do work at Nellis Air Force Base, or you're relocating to Las Vegas to work there, maybe you're PCSing, any of those things, North Las Vegas could be one of the best places for you to live because you'll have a nice short drive to work every morning. But really, no matter where you work in the city, North Las Vegas is a good alternative because you can just hop on the 15 or the 215 Beltway and be pretty much in any part of the city in under 45 minutes, depending on traffic. So you can see the outline of the city here. It's relatively small. About 225,000 people are residents of North Las Vegas. And to put that in perspective, guys, about 900,000 people live in the city of Las Vegas. The city of Henderson, which is far to the south, holds another about 200,000, 300,000 people. So North Las Vegas is probably the smallest city in the Las Vegas metro area, or one of the smallest cities in the Las Vegas metro area. But it's still an awesome place to live. Like I said, lived here for years, never had any problems. Absolutely love it. So, guys, let's get started. You're going to find a ton of parks in North Las Vegas. I know that's important to a lot of people because we live in Las Vegas, right? It's sunny over 300 days a year. You get gorgeous temperatures, gorgeous weather all the time. If that's something you're interested in, you'll love Las Vegas. So parks are a big thing here. Plus, not many people have yards in Las Vegas or North Las Vegas. If you're moving here from like the Pacific Northwest, the East Coast where I grew up, maybe the South, in a lot of those places, it's pretty common to have, you know, quarter acre, half acre, a full acre, or maybe even more land. And of course, your house only takes up a small portion of that. So then you have a nice green yard, right? That is pretty rare in North Las Vegas, unless you have a pretty high price point. Or sometimes you can find an older home that was built on maybe like a quarter or a half acre lot. But for the most part, people have small yards and the houses are pretty close together. But it's like that in all parts of the Las Vegas metro for the most part, not just North Las Vegas. So parks are a big thing. Let's pop over to, so this is the City of North Las Vegas website, and I just wanted to talk about some of the trail information here. So the city has put in over 70 miles of bike and walking trails. This is just to help people get around because the Las Vegas metro area is not really designed for pedestrians in mind. It's a very spread out city, a couple thousand square miles. They do have sidewalks that run everywhere, but the residential areas are generally pretty separate from shopping centers, malls, strip malls, outlet malls, all that sort of stuff. So unless you live in a master plan community or a very new community that was built with shopping in mind, as if they built the shopping center at the same time that they built the housing development, more than likely you won't be able to do a lot of walking directly to where you shop unless you live like really, really close to where you shop. But there aren't really any big malls and that sort of thing in North Las Vegas. But most of the valley, like I said, is like that. So over 70 miles of trails in the city of North Las Vegas, bike trails, pedestrian walking trails. Of course, all these different neighborhoods have sidewalks. Everywhere's connected by a sidewalk. Um, and then there's some other 15 miles of multi-use trails. And these trails connect a lot of the parks. They run through many of the neighborhoods. So if you live in one neighborhood and you want to walk to another, it makes it easy without having to walk on the road, and it makes it a little more safer. You don't have to worry about car traffic and that sort of thing. And it helps people get exercise, helps get around the city. Some people really like biking to work. Say you lived at Nellis Air Force Base and you lived in North Las Vegas, or excuse me, worked at Nellis Air Force Base and you lived in North Las Vegas. Maybe you can take some of these trails with a bike or just walk to work, run to work, however you want to do it. And then additional 24 developed miles in Aliante, which is in the northwest region of North Las Vegas. That's one of the best neighborhoods in the city, guys, and I live pretty close to there, and we'll check it out more. We'll dive into it. And then I also want to talk about parks, guys. Like I said, Las Vegas is a virtual paradise, or North Las Vegas is a virtual paradise all year round because of the beautiful, beautiful weather, right? Over 300 sunny days a year, very little rain, gorgeous temperatures. Yeah, in the summer it can be a little hot, and in the winter sometimes it can get a little cool, into the 30s occasionally. But for the most part, the weather is absolutely beautiful here, and it's just an absolute joy to be outside with your family, friends, pets. I mean, I'm outside with my family all the time, enjoying all sorts of stuff. It's fun to go shopping here at some of the outlet malls and outdoor stuff. So I just wanted to pull up the parks because there are a ton of parks in the city of North Las Vegas alone. There are 33 parks, guys, here. They're all listed. And then you can see on the map here, I'll post all the links to all this stuff down in the description so you'll be able to access it. But all these black numbers represent parks in the city. So I live over in this area, and the number one park I would recommend, guys, is number 11 here. That's Craig Ranch Regional Park. It is a huge park, has miles and miles of trails, huge green spaces. It's fun to go there, have birthday parties. They have fairs. We were just at, I think it was called Pirate Fest a couple weeks ago. It's like this big pirate themed fair. We can get your corn dogs and your nachos, your fresh squeezed lemonade, all that sorts of stuff. They had bars set up. I mean, it's really cool. So we went there, took the family, went with a couple friends and their kids who also live close by. It was a ton of fun. So just keep that in mind when you're moving here, guys. There are quite a few parks available. Now you'll see here in the kind of northeastern section of North Las Vegas, you don't see many parks. This area is the newest area of the city, and they haven't gotten around to putting a lot of parks in here, but you do have a lot of new home development, new 55 plus home community development and that sort of thing all around here. I used to live over here. The VA hospital's over here. I'll show you on the map. But if you're looking for new homes, Corey, stop. Sorry, just my dog. If you're looking for new homes in the North Las Vegas area, then that might be the place to go. And of course, a lot of those new developments come with parks built in. So that's pretty awesome. We're going to skip this restaurant one because it doesn't tell us too much. And then we'll pop into this one. So here, guys, here's North Las Vegas again, right here. And this is just all the open restaurants as of today. I also pulled this information from the city website. So these include fast food restaurants as well as sit-down restaurants, chains like Cracker Barrel, McDonald's, all that sorts of stuff. So you can kind of see where they're populated. Like I said, guys, there's not a ton of walkability to the Las Vegas metro area in general. You can see how clumped together some of this stuff is. So if you happen to live very near to some of these, like right here or maybe right here, then you're going to be able to get access to a lot of these bars, restaurants, gyms, that sort of thing. But for the most part, these are like in a strip mall format, which is totally fine. Nothing against strip malls, but it's not like these are outdoor malls or things that specifically cater to walkability. All right, let's see. Click out of that. Okay, here are all the schools in the North Las Vegas area, guys. So I pulled this information from grade schools. There are a lot of different places to look up school information about North Las Vegas and the Las Vegas area in general, but I just pulled this from grade schools. Please, please, please do your own research about this. I can't tell you where to live depending on the schools. That's all up to you. Like I said before, I do know several families who live in the North Las Vegas area, and their kids love the schools. They loved them pre-COVID. Post-COVID, obviously a little different, but they loved them pre-COVID, and their kids are doing great in the schools. So take that for what it's worth, guys. Please, 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 though, if you're moving here with kids, do your own research and decide where you want to stay, because there's a lot of different types of schools: private schools, public schools, charter schools, magnet schools, schools you have to get into with lottery, like all kinds of schools in the Las Vegas area and in the North Las Vegas area. So you really got to do your research about where you want your kids to go, if you want them to go to a school that like particularly caters to a discipline or something like that. But that's up to you. Okay, let's get back to it. So, like I said, this is North Las Vegas area. I live over here, have lived here for years, used to live over here by the VA hospital, the VA Southern Nevada. I used to live right in here. Awesome place in here. You got your Shadow Creek Golf Course, which is a beautiful, beautiful, amazing golf course. They had a Phil Mickelson versus Tiger Woods thing a couple years ago, which is pretty cool. You got some more parks. Not all the parks show up on Google Maps, guys, so don't take this as all the green spaces are not all the parks in the area. Here is Craig Ranch Regional Park, which, like I said, is absolutely phenomenal. It is huge. I love taking the dogs here. I got a friend that lives different part of the city. He drives up just so he and I can go to this park and take our dogs. They have several dog parks where you can just walk your dog around, run your dog off the leash. In the huge grass areas, and I mean like acres and acres and acres of grass area, guys. Like, it's huge, and they have all sorts of events in the summer and in the winter. They have farmers market a couple times a week, and I've been to that, buying some stuff. So it's a really cool place. Here we have Aliante. So this is one of the nicest areas of North Las Vegas. First, you have your Aliante Casino and Hotel Spa, which is a really cool casino. My mom loves it. She loves when she comes out to visit us because we live close by. She loves coming here, throwing down on the slots. If you like having a casino nearby, just to scratch that gambling itch, Aliante Casino is an awesome place to do it. And it's a nice high rise, so if you get a beautiful room, you can see the whole Las Vegas Valley. You can see the mountains over here. You can see a ton of stuff. North Las Vegas is one of the highest elevation parts of the city, so a lot of times you can get on the highway here and watch fireworks at night, or just park out here somewhere. And if you wanted to look down at the city, look down at the strip, it's total possibility, something you can do here a lot. And let's see. Craig Ranch Regional Park, as you stay out here on the edge next to the highway, you're going to have the newer homes. There's a lot of new homes being developed in this area. I used to live right over here, and there's new home developments going in all of this area. Some are already done, some are just starting construction. Even all in here, guys, lot of new homes being developed all around this edge. So if you're moving to the North Las Vegas area, Las Vegas Metro, you want a new, budget-friendly, affordable home, this is the place to go. They're also building condos and apartments, but maybe you want something a little older, even more budget-friendly, then you're going to want to start looking more towards the center of the city, more towards Craig Ranch, more towards Washburn, Lone Mountain, those sorts of areas. Down here by the the North Las Vegas Airport. those are the areas you're going to want to look for those older homes. You could find homes with larger yards, or maybe you just want a condo or an apartment that's a little bit closer to the center of the city, a little bit closer to the action. Then that's also where you're going to want to be looking. In general, guys, I get a lot of families who just want to kind of be away from the hustle and bustle, and that's why they choose North Las Vegas. There aren't as many tourists. There aren't as many tourist destinations, that sort of thing in North Las Vegas. So if that's what you're trying to get away from, you're trying to kind of get away from the Strip, but you still want to have easy access to things like the airport or the Strip or some of the malls, the outlet malls, indoor malls. Miracle Mile is another big kind of mall thing on the Strip that's like a mile long, and it's all indoor. So if that's the kind of living you want, a little quieter but still easy access, then I can definitely recommend up in this area. Like I said, I live over here on the west side of the city, and my wife works down in Las Vegas, a few miles south. She has about 20-30 minute drive to work every day, and so she hops on the 215, goes over to the 95, swings down, and she's at work in less than 30 minutes. So totally easy access. If we want to hop on and drive down to the Strip, same thing. Total easy access, 20-30 minutes. Airport, 20-30 minutes. As long as there's no crazy construction or crazy traffic, that sort of stuff. But that's about it for the city of North Las Vegas, guys. In summary, this is one of the best neighborhoods near Aliante, but I've lived in a few different places in the city. I've lived over here. Now I live over here. Never had any problems. I have friends that live up a little more north. Same thing. They've never had any problems. They got some kids, a couple kids that they send to school in the area, and the kids like the schools. Never had any problems there. Kids are doing great. I plan on sending my kids to school here, although my kids are pretty young, so they won't be going to school for a few years. So if you want a new home, you're going to want to stick up in this area where my mouse is now, because that's where they're building the homes. The farther south you go, the more business oriented it's going to get, the more apartment and condo oriented it's going to get, and the older the homes are. So if that's something you want, you're going to want to look there. You're going to have, like I said, a little more of the hustle and bustle. You might have a little more walkability, but you're still going to have access to those parks. You're still going to have access to trails, to the golf courses, to the green spaces, all of those things. But if you do live more in the center here, of course, you're going to have a little less access to the interstates to get around the city. But even so, this Craig Road right here is a nice wide road. I mean, it has traffic lights, but you can use Craig to get back and forth between 15. Corey, come here. Between 15 and 95 pretty quickly. Lone Mountain's a nice big street. Come here. Lay down. Sorry, guys. Corey's a pretty restless dog. But that's about it, guys. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, please throw them down in the comment section. I get to everybody's comments. I'll answer all your questions. And if you're moving to the Las Vegas area, please look me up. I've lived here for years. I have a lot of experience in the North Las Vegas area, and I have plenty of experience in the rest of the valley as well. I promise you I'll have your back the whole way, because that's why I make these videos, guys. I make these videos because I'm passionate about helping people move to the Las Vegas area. I did it, and I'm raising my family here. I love it here. It's a beautiful city, beautiful culture, beautiful climate, and the people here are absolutely wonderful, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. Please hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, so you stay tuned to all my videos. And when the next one comes out, I hope you watch that one too. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.